Well, I must say, ladies and gentlemen, this generation was fun while it lasted. It was definitely a fun generation. A lot of good games came out of it, but also a lot of triumph and a lot of trial and error, so to speak, when it came to the next-gen consoles and in terms of gamers and their feedback. What is going on? Big Cloud here back again, finally, with another video. Excuse me for the lack of videos yet again, because, well, it looks like gaming news is rather scarce, and I don't want to necessarily just throw out random stuff here on this channel. I would rather keep it the way we have been going, which is strictly gaming news. But best believe I do have a video planned where I'm going to talk about a few things that I've seen, especially in light of a few recent announcements. But until then, let's just go ahead and start with today's video. So it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that we might be actually getting a PlayStation 5 event. Now, you guys remember back when the PlayStation 4, when it was first revealed back in 2013, Sony announced a event on February 20th. This particular event was called the PlayStation Meeting, if I remember correctly, and it focused strictly on the PlayStation 4. We saw the DualShock 4 for the very first time. We saw snippets of the user interface that we've come to know and love on PlayStation 4, and of course, we got to see a few real-time demos. They showed off a few, just a few physics effects with real-time engines, and of course, they showed off what the PlayStation 4 was also going to be doing outside of gaming, such as the ability to broadcast your gameplay, as well as, you know, connect to YouTube, etc. So that's basically what we got on February 20th of 2013. Going into 2020 of February 12th, we are going to be getting the exact same thing for PlayStation 5. But many people have come to wonder, what exactly else are they going to show? Will Sony play it safe on February 12th when it comes to the PlayStation 5? Me personally, I'm looking at it. I think it will be wise for them to play it safe like they did with the PlayStation 4. Remember, Sony was very tight-lipped on a lot of things. Sure, they gave you the specifications. Sure, they gave you the controller and a few gameplay scenarios and a few, you know, tech demos, but they didn't necessarily overdo it. They didn't show off the actual console. I'm wondering if Sony's going to do that with the PlayStation 5. They'll show off specifications. They'll show off a few gameplays. They'll show off, you know, the improvements to broadcasting, the user interface. What else, right? All this stuff will be shown. Obviously, the SSD is definitely going to be the center of attention going into this particular platform, you know, especially with Microsoft as well. They're focusing heavily on removing load times. They're focusing heavily on removing pop-in, and they're focusing heavily on the games, you know, running it just as fast as possible. You know, I remember back in 2013 when they first talked about PlayStation 4, Mark Cerny definitely made a good statement. He stated that nothing should interfere with the gamer and their actual content, and that's what one of their main focuses was with PlayStation 4. So going into PlayStation 5, again, this is definitely going to be one of those main foundations that they're building the system onto. And again, this is a rumor. Nothing has legit been confirmed. Sony has not legit come out and stated that they're going to be there on February 12th. So definitely take this and treat this like as such, a rumor. But definitely, you know, with everything going around, I can understand why a lot of people are automatically believing this. I see a lot of people putting out videos. A lot of outlets are already saying that it's confirmed when Sony has not said a word about it whatsoever. But best believe, though, this is definitely cool. You know, if it does happen, it happens. And this will definitely line up with what happened with 2013. Remember, February 20th. How many times have I proposed the date for February 20th going into PlayStation 5? A lot of people didn't think we would get to this point where it was very, very close. I was very close. If this is true, I was very, very close. I stated February 20th. Again, it would make sense to repeat what you did in 2013 with PlayStation 4 going into PlayStation 5. Slowly build it. We already know specification-wise going into PlayStation 5. The only thing we don't know about PlayStation 5 from this point on is, you know, teraflops. Even though there are reports going around that the system won't necessarily be measured by the amount of teraflops, they're going about it in a different way. You know, that right there again remains tight-lipped. We don't know much about that particular aspect, right? But we do know a good amount of specifications, and we covered and broke those down on the channel. So since we know that stuff, now it's time to see what the studios can do with that type of power and what are the final builds going to look like. You know, that's what also got to come into question. What are the final builds going to look like? And we'll find out very, very soon. And it looks like February might be the month. Again, like we proposed, you know, like I said, more likely would happen like it did in 2013. But yeah. it's definitely cool. I'm hyped for this event. I will definitely be streaming it if it does happen, and I will be there day one like everybody else, especially when it comes to just, what's in store. I'm very excited about next generation. I see a lot of, doors being open in terms of possibilities where it comes to a lot of games, and I see a lot of games definitely just, being pushed to that next stage. Hell, I would not be surprised. I seriously would not be surprised if Sony shocked us with an Order 1886 game and they treat that like they did with the PlayStation 4, a tech demo, they push it to the next level, and only this time they build upon it. I really would love to see something like that. Hell, who's to say we might not get another Uncharted game? They never ruled out the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series is not necessarily finished as they spinned it off with Chloe and Nadine. There's possibilities. There's so many possibilities with games. We might get another Infamous game, even though Spider-Man is more likely going to be the top priority when it comes to Insomniac games. Or I'm sorry, actually, yeah, that's Insomniac. But Sucker Punch, I'm pretty sure we might get another one. But I think it's Ghost of Tsushima is their top priority with Sucker Punch. But you get what I'm saying. We'll definitely be getting more games going into PlayStation 5. And there's still a lot more to go. A lot more room to expand here. And it's definitely going to be interesting. And with Dying Light going to be a cross-gen game, which, again, we already talked about recently in my last video if you missed it. Dying Light, they confirmed cross-gen, so we're getting closer and closer, so expect more games like multiplats to definitely be cross-gen. The next Call of Duty game, I'm expecting a massive upgrade going into PS5, what they're going to do. And that game already looks good on the current, base consoles from what we're already seeing with the new engine, supposedly new engine. So, again, the possibilities are endless going into this system. And hopefully they listen to our feedback and are definitely going to deliver on every aspect that matters, aside from just the games, but also just, the overall smoothness of the experience. And that right there is what I'm hoping for even more. A lot of barriers being removed, like load times, etc. That's going to be cool. But without further ado, though, that's pretty much it. That's just my thoughts on the whole situation. I am kind of rambling at this point, but I got to ramble a little bit because it's actually getting to that final reveal. We talked about it for so long, and it's good to see that we're finally pretty much at the home stretch. We're at the finish line, and we're definitely going to get that massive reveal. So just remember, when we get there, it's going to be fun. And hopefully all of you enjoy yourself like I did. I enjoyed this generation. I enjoyed a lot of games that came out this gen. And going into next gen, I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to enjoy even more. But yeah, that's all I got to say on this. All right. This is Big Cloud Game, man. I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Again, sorry for the lack of uploads. Not much really happening in the gaming scene. But again, I'll definitely be returning to format with a few different statements for sure. If you guys want to join our official Discord, link is in the description below. Go ahead and join the RGT Army. We are growing very, very fast. Shout out to all of you guys who have jumped in. Welcome. And definitely, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button also if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you on the next one. All of you be blessed, be easy, and for God's sakes, go play some games. I'm out of here. Deuces.